Perfect. We have 8 minutes, and our dance is 8 minutes.
No, that's fine.
No, it's only 8.
Lynn and Alysa's dance and poem, take 2.
For Asiba. Should we explain what it is first?
No.
You know, let me guess later. Okay.
3, 2, 1. I don't expect you to completely comprehend my position, to bend your perception, to ingrain yourself in the disposition of my condition. At the end of the day, you come and go. You document what you knew and what you know. At the end of the day, you're but my nurse. I couldn't even pretend you to be my friend. You perceive me as developmentally diseased. Please undo my chains in which I battle, which I rattle at my wrists and ankles. Unbound, we are 6 feet above the underground, where someday I will be found. But until then, I'm alive to test the boundaries. Hospital is a change routine for me. Depriving me of my routine abolishes all hopes in me, calls out the baddest, the most remote in me, resuscitated the vilest side, and stifled all the growth in me, made me the needy, greedy person I loathe to be. This trauma of change and routine depletes all my poise. So I scream and make noise. When you touch me, fires burn furiously under my skin. And pressing further within me, you rage up a thunderstorm, pulling rashly in me. My world bitches and heaves at my tides. Nurse, can't you see?
That took me by surprise. Bitches? I didn't expect the bitches to be there. You didn't say bitches last time.
Did I say bitches?
Yeah! That's so good!
No, pitches.
It sounds like bitches! You need to change that to bitches, yo.
Okay, really?
Yeah. Because you're like, wait, what?
You like that?
I love that. That's why I was like, damn.
Okay.
Frozen. I was speechless. I was motionless. She was. She just. I was motionless. Like, you'll see it.
Okay.
Okay, go from the world heaves. Sorry. No, that was good. There's curse one there. Yeah,
okay.
We need to.
Okay.
So good. Okay.
Depriving me of my routine abolishes all hopes in me, called out the baddest, the most remote in me, resuscitated the vilest side, and stifled all the growth in me, made me the needy, greedy person I loathe to be. This trauma and routine, change in routine, depletes all my poise. So I scream and make noise. When you touch me, fires burn furiously under my skin, and pressing further within me, you rage up a thunderstorm, blown rashly in me. My world bitches and heaves at my tides. Nurse, can't you see? I've fallen on hard times. This distinction from my normal overthrows my formal legacy and stews a messiness of misdirected energies and display of self-obsessive tendencies. Your unpredicted touch sent an overwhelming tidal wave of stimulation through my body. When noise and sensory overstimulation becomes too intense, I fence, palm over eyes, shut off my hearing, and retreat into my own world. Calm is the world behind my palm. My senses are so disconnected, I lose my body, so I flap my hands. If I don't do this, I feel scattered, anxious, and invincible. In principle, I hardly realize that sometimes that I have a body. I need constant movement to ground me. I like doing things on my own, so I get left alone. I have a hard time reading the expressions and emotions of others, unable to make the strangers less strange. I can't read the change in your face, so say how you feel without fear or guilt, without remorse or complexity. Be lucid in your explanation, be sterling in your pose. If you think that no one knows, that I have no idea what you've been going through, try to understand this is wrong. That the long, drawn, and heavy breaths of despair have at times been felt by everyone. That pain is part of the human condition, and that alone makes you a legion. People like me are discredited for absolute brilliance, replaced with ignorance, and given little significance. You're cold-hearted to let the term retarded slip from your lip, cruel-hearted, because you're afraid of stepping outside the accepted norm in which society has formed. Don't subordinate the different. Our being is that of unconventional thinking, or seeing outside the box. Don't treat me as stupid. I'm an illness-struck underdog, but somehow I will rise in dawn. I am a dismisser of odds. We are blessers of on. Despite medication pulsing in my veins, I will refrain from faking my uniqueness. I was taught that lie under any circumstance was wrong. But how can the sacrifice of faith belong to anything less than virtue? It takes to break one's own heart to ease another's indecent into madness. Nurse, you teach me the meaning of sadness. It is disgrace in the place where truth can be seen in the face. Be genuine with me. Can't you see that you carry a looming cloud over you? Scrape the gray sky clean. Realize every dark cloud is a smoke screen meant to blind us from the truth, and the truth is there whether we see it or not. The sun and the moon are there. Always will there be light. Be forthright. Be honest. Sometimes you're not always all right. Don't let it out on me. Try to be a mirror reflecting yourself back. Be forgiving. Living with the burden of anger is not living. Giving your focus to wrath will only leave your entire self absent at what you need. Love and hatred be set. The one which grows is the one you feed. Admit to the bad days, the impossible nights. Listen to the insights of those who have been back there and back again. Acknowledge my rights. Give me the capacity to be myself for who I am. Let's mend this deficit in culture safety and end its wrath so beautiful changes can begin. Sometimes an ending can be an origin. That history is a resume can bring all wakes of life together. And change can be a tether if you let it. Your way of seeing should see me as a human rather than an illness. Following my leads, initiating responding in stillness or action. Don't tell me there are no heroes. For the women, for the men, for Ellen, Helen, Kent, who stole the odds and the voice and the choice, for Martin Luther King Jr., who stayed around long enough to share his dream with us. This is for the day on the bus with Sister Rosa Parks, for all the Joan of Arcs who believed even in the presence of sparks and flame, the political game Louis Royale refused to play. This is the day that Dalai Lama came home, for Nelson Mandela continues to go the extra mile, for Galileo locked up the same the earth is round, and imagine if we can still hear John Lennon play. All these people were all but simple human beings, seeing exponential potential in the human condition, advocating for the mistreated people in the position of things they have no say over. So listen to my voice. In the same level of respect and choice you would with them, this is my voice. There are many like it, but this is mine. There exists a fine line. We're trying to find the finer points of stigma, misconception, and politics. But there are role models in history with brain opponents similar to mine, create paradigm shifting discoveries and shining inventions. Einstein, Edison, Washington, Newton, Michelangelo, Lincoln, Mozart, all having a passionate heart to start looking at the world differently. They were all able to make, shape, and create truly monumental discoveries and creations, holding vision of contradiction. So, myself, I am a legacy. When my hope and health is on edge, belief belongs to us all. Be the pledge to make the unachievable conceivable as the false fact that we were never here. Live and remember, burn like an ember, capable of starting fires where each moment inspires the next. Remember now, pay tribute to the altar of somehow. Nurse, start making these most mundane memories into monuments and mark your mind with something more than simple moments. The least we can do is everything. So do it all. As if life too short and you too tall, fall in love as many times as it takes. Even if I am different than you.
Damn.
Oh my
Half the time I
goodness.
look at your body movements, half the time I was looking at your face and just like,
her
Something
face, like
matches.
that's
It's
just
really-
as like
yeah.
intense.
That was like
So
100% passion right there.
Yeah. That was really good.